the extent to which the department was able to operationalize the Tana River County Transport Act 2017 and the impediment faced during the process. Thank you.
Thank you, Chair. There was a Transport Act that was passed in 2017 by this Honorable House. Unfortunately, within that period, it has not been implemented to the letter, in the sense that regulations had not been made. And however, my department, I was able to do, that was 2017. In 2018, I was able to do a policy that encompasses on which the direction of transport requires to be conducted within the county. So as we see today, the Transport Act has not been implemented, but like I said initially, the department, in collaboration with the Committee for Delegated Legislation, as well as the Committee for Roads and Transport, is in a plan to make sure that comes to fruition. The challenge initially was in terms of resource allocation that was not available, and also at some point there was a ban on meetings which we had intended to have done, but that took place due to the COVID-19 period, which affected the whole country anyway.
Thank you. Few concerns also from where I come from. You have been there for 5 years. I come from Salawad. Do you know a place called Mombasa Raha in Salawad?
Yes, thank you very much. Mheshimiwa. Mombasa Raha is very conversant with me. It is a very popular joint with an extremely vibrant nightlife. Yes, I do.
Okay, we have a place called Mororo, whereby if you go today, it has just rained 3 days ago, you cannot access the office of the MCA, the chief, and the other important offices. Secondly, you cannot even access the dispensary. That's an example of where I come from. And other places whereby 5 years you have not seen any government support in terms of the 5 sectors that you are heading. What can you tell this committee today you have in plan to maybe to change or to add value before what you have not done? Thank you.
Thank you very much. Tana River is known for perennial disasters, and the two ones that we are known for is, the first one is drought, which we have just come out of, and then the other one is flooding that keeps on, and these are natural in the sense that we cannot control them. The only thing that we can do best is brace them and also prepare for them, and also try as much as possible to curb the effects of these disasters. Mororo has been prone to this problem for an extremely long period of time. In fact, what happens is that every time there is a flooding, people actually swim in the same waters where we have toilets, where we have these businesses that we are talking about that are extremely vibrant. But unfortunately, when we do projects, when we go for public participation and we require people to tell us what we need, the number one item they keep saying is that we need a public toilet at Mororo. And what is the agenda? Because every single time water will still be going there because of the levels of water that, and due to the proximity of Tana River as it flows just next to it. Mheshimiwa, I would say this, the former representation that was on the ground, and also the mobilization that was also happening, is that these projects have been coming from the people on the ground. And as a department, like I said, I like working in collaboration with what will work for the people. And there might not be need also to invest in projects that we do not utilize. Why? Because it will be a waste of money. We would rather invest it in what works for you. So today, Mororo, I know, is extremely vibrant. There is a huge economy that is working over there. When there are floods, people disappear. When there are floods, they disappear. When it dries up, they come back. We need to come up with ways with which we should solve them. And a good example is what they've done with the petrol station just next there. We are not going to throw the land away. We can rehabilitate it. We have seen countries like Dubai who have made runways in the ocean, who have reclaimed land and built extensive houses, beautiful ones, and they are doing extremely well. Why can't we do that with that resource? Because it is just next there at the river. We could even reclaim land and do hotels, attract investors. So there is an opportunity for the county to work with, in conjunction with the climate and environmental department, see how we can establish good standards and grow them, not only there but also in the delta, because that is also what happens when the water comes in. Everybody is angry and it destroys crops. People are unable to stay in their houses because sufurias are floating. But then again, there are means and ways and technical expertise worldwide to curb that kind of a problem.
Thank you. Finally, sorry, I might take long. You have been heading roads, transport, public works, housing, and urbanization. And I feel my community of Salah have been neglected for the 5 years you have been in the position in terms of all this, public work, housing, urbanization, and all that. With that, I'm saying, Mororo is almost 1,000 or 1,300 households being displaced by just a small place whereby it's not even a kilometer where the floods come in. I said it has rained, but the rain is not a disaster. It's the flood which is a disaster. I have not said there was a disaster. But as small rain comes, you cannot pass those roads. We have no even roads. We have no plan. It looks like a slum with no plan. So can you tell this committee today that you will take action, that community will not migrate, property will not be lost, and life will not be lost also? Promise that today, if given this position, that you will have different what you have been doing in the 5 years ago in Salawat. Thank you.
Thank you, Mheshimiwa Shabin. I want to categorically here say that there's going to be a huge transformation agenda for Salawat, in the sense that I was saying we will not continue doing things as usual. I have also spoken about how land reclamation has been done. We need to think outside the box so that people of Mororo will not migrate, so that that business, that economy that is running in Mororo continues and grows with the 24-hour economy that it has always had. I am going to give my commitment, and we will work together to ensure that that happens.
Honorable Katisha.
Yeah, Mr. Washira, I said I had one concern which I'll give out now. If I was listening, if I'm not wrong, you talked about the Kera roads, Kura, and roads, this road from Gamba to Ceylon. And this road, this other road from Odha to Chara is Kera Road. And, but the county saw it fit at least to do something about these roads, because communities living in the interior are suffering, and those are areas that, farmers do a lot of work and cannot bring their proceeds out to the market. The county, you have been in charge for these 5 years. I come from Oda. That road was given 70 million. Rehabilitation of that road, Oda Chara Road. I wonder if you have ever gone back after it was done. So the biggest problem there is monitoring, which is lacking. So when the roads are done, I'm sure Mheshimiwa from North, if Mheshimiwa from North was here, he would have asked the same question. If monitoring was done before payment is done, then we would not be seeing what is done. In as much as you are saying you've done so much, but in these areas, they don't seem to, they don't fit in this devolution. They don't see anything that is coming out of devolution. Because the road network is poor. This one was done 1 year ago. Go back today. Go Oda Chara